And hi everybody out there, Mark Mannering here from Class Training with another 3-minute tips and tricks. 3 tips in 3 minutes, more or less. Now, as the saying goes, unless you've been living under a rock for the last 2 or 3 years, you would know about or have heard about so-called AI. Now, we know what the letters AI stand for. It stands for annoying interference. Artificial intelligence. And I want to cover the 3 main tips that I've come up with that will help you work with AI much more better. Okay, here we go. And the first big tip is to be aware of what these tools can do. They're a bit more than just Googling for some particular information. First of all, you might have heard of or would have ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and Google has Gemini. And all these tools can help you with specific and general things. And from a work point of view, you can create marketing materials, emails, and publications. You can summarize your meeting notes. You can look at or create business plans, financial plans, plan your training programs, generate and read images, and obviously much more. That's a very small aspect of what you can do. And the big thing is to be aware of the differences. Now, Microsoft Copilot, in addition, can be integrated with your Microsoft 365 apps. So Microsoft Copilot can work directly with Word, Excel, and Outlook, and so on, and that will require definitely an additional subscription. Also, as part of being aware of what you can do with these tools, make sure that you look at how you can use your responses. I'm in ChatGPT here, and with any particular response from these tools, you can copy that text to the clipboard and paste it in somewhere. You can regenerate the text, ask them to give me another version. You can give it the thumbs down, bad response there, and that's always training the AI tool to be better next time. And you can change the model or version of ChatGPT that you're using. Now, the second big tip relates to using these tools effectively and getting the information back that you want, the responses that you want. So be aware of what they call prompt engineering, which is a way to structure your questions or your queries. Some of this is pretty obvious, but may not be. So the first thing is to state your purpose clearly. Give your prompt context and framework, so there's a bit of a frame of reference. Number 3 is to state your target audience. Set the tone and language, which just means, do you want formal language? Do you want more informal, conversational style? So try and be down to earth. Depends on the example. Part 5 says provide constraints or restrictions. So as well as saying what you do want, try and think about what you don't want. So eliminate this, eliminate that, and that narrows down and makes the response more effective, hopefully. Step 6 says, well, hang on, ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot, is that right? Can you find some better, is there a better way to do this or to do that? Part 7 says to state the output type I want. So, for example, it might be just text, or it might be an image or a photograph that you need, or it might be a Word document or a PowerPoint file. So these tools with restrictions can create the actual document or file for you. And finally, when you do get your responses from these tools, evaluate yourself, which relates back to step 6 or part 6, but also refine the response, or refine, I should say, the query or the prompt. Some of these steps overlap, but they are very important in getting the response that you want. Okay, and the third and final tip in using these tools effectively, and this relates to the output, is to be aware of AI-generated detection tools. There are a lot of tools out there, so as of this point in time, you can see there are a list of tools that will detect whether text has been generated by AI. This list is for text, and also there are similar tools to detect whether images, photos have been generated by AI. Okay, that's it. It's 3 big tips. Now, we cover all this in an upcoming session we've got on AI. It's a 2-hour live online session, and the summary of that is we'll look at the AI theory, some terminology, best practice, restrictions, limitations, how you manage those limitations. That's covered very quickly. But then we go into some hands-on exercises to look at ChatGPT, for example, and more than an introduction to that. Exercise 2 goes into working with images in ChatGPT. As I mentioned, you can create images from scratch. You can ask the tool to read an image and describe what's in the image. Exercise 3 goes into similar exercises with Microsoft Copilot, and we see how different Copilot is to ChatGPT, so we'll look at the same sort of examples there. Exercise 4 looks at images again in Copilot and the restrictions there compared to ChatGPT. We then look at some low-level AI features already there in Excel, PowerPoint, Photoshop. You don't have to look at subscribing to Copilot from Microsoft 365. They're already really useful tools inside Excel and PowerPoint, and also Word. We'll show that as well. And exercise 6 looks at those AI generated content detection tools that I showed you earlier. So we'll use some of those tools. We'll submit some responses from these AI tools and find out what we can get back as a feedback from the detection tools. And obviously there'll be questions and answers. Okay, that's it for me. So have a look over here or down there for the link to that online session coming up, the dates and more information about what we cover. A lot of things you can look at with these AI tools. And if you want a special session just for your team or group, just contact me, mark@classtraining.com.au, and I can send you a quote for that. So Mark Mannering signing off. Hope to see you then. Thanks for coming. See you next time. Bye.